There's a sound, or rather the absence of one, that tells you something revolutionary is happening. No exhaust note. No gear shifts. Just silence. And then a surge. A seamless, relentless push that pins you to the seat like a roller coaster launch. This is the all-new Porsche 718 Cayman EV, the electric sibling to the legendary Boxster, reborn for a new era. And it's not just fast, it's focused. 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. A low, wide stance that hugs the road like it's magnetized. And a driving experience so pure, so balanced, so unmistakably Porsche, you'll forget it doesn't have a combustion engine. This isn't just an EV version of a sports car. It's the evolution of one. The Cayman has always been the driver's car, the quiet hero between the flashier 911 and the open-top Boxster. And now, as an electric machine, it's sharper, lighter, and more alive than ever. From the moment it glides into view on a mountain pass, its LED headlights cutting through the morning mist, you know this is different. It's sleek, aggressive, and built for one thing: driving. Today, we're diving deep into the 718 Cayman EV, from its head-turning design to its driver-centric cockpit, from its track-ready performance to its cutting-edge battery tech. We'll break down how it handles, how far it goes, and whether it lives up to the legacy of one of the most beloved sports cars of all time. We'll compare it to rivals like the Tesla Roadster, the upcoming BMW Z4 EV, and even Porsche's own Taycan. And by the end, you'll know, is this the future of pure driving? Or does electrification dilute the soul of the Cayman? Let's find out. Cut to sweeping drone footage of a black 718 Cayman EV speeding along a winding mountain road, sunlight reflecting off its sloping roof and wide rear haunches. Let's start with the way it looks, because the new electric Cayman doesn't just carry on the legacy of the original, it refines it. At first glance, it's unmistakably a Cayman. That fastback roofline, the mid-engine proportions, the wide rear hips, it's pure sports car poetry. But look closer, and you'll see the evolution. It's lower by an inch, wider by 2, and more muscular in every line. The overall length is 174.8 inches, width 72.9, height just 47.8, making it one of the most compact driver-focused EVs on the market. And that ultra-low height, it's not just for looks, it drops the center of gravity, giving the car razor-sharp handling right out of the box. Up front, you've got the classic Porsche 4-point LED headlights, now fully digital, with adaptive beam patterns and animated welcome sequences that light up like a greeting when you approach. There's no traditional grille, of course, no engine to cool, but Porsche didn't leave a blank space. Instead, they've sculpted a smooth aerodynamic intake with active shutters that open only when needed for battery or motor cooling. It's clean, functional, and still unmistakably Porsche. The lower front fascia features a subtle splitter for downforce, and integrated air curtains help manage airflow around the front wheels, reducing drag and improving stability. Now, step back and take in the profile, because this is where the magic happens. The doors open with a satisfying thud, revealing a low-slung cabin and a beautifully contoured shoulder line that runs from the front fender all the way to the rear. The side air intakes, once used for engine breathing, are now optimized for brake cooling and aerodynamic balance. And check out those wheels. 20-inch forged alloys, standard on the EV model, wrapped in performance summer tires, finished in a satin black with a center-lock style look that hints at its track-ready nature. They're not just big, they're lightweight, forged from aluminum to save unsprung mass, which means sharper turn-in and better ride compliance. The most striking feature? That sloping fastback roof. Gone is the heavy folding mechanism. This is a fixed glass roof, seamlessly integrated into the body for maximum rigidity and minimum weight. It's available in tinted or panoramic versions, but either way, it gives the cabin a bright, airy feel while maintaining the car's structural strength. And with no soft top to store, Porsche was able to optimize weight distribution even further. Around back, the story continues. You've got a full-width LED light bar, now with dynamic turn signals and an animated shutdown sequence that feels like a curtain closing. The rear deck is smooth and uncluttered, with a subtle power bulge hinting at the electric motors beneath. And that active rear spoiler. It's not just for show. It deploys at speed to increase downforce, or can be manually activated in Sport Plus mode for maximum grip on track. Underneath, there's a diffuser-style element that manages airflow, though it's purely aesthetic. No exhaust to hide. Still, it gives the rear end a planted, aggressive look. And let's talk proportions. Because this is a mid-motor EV, Porsche had the freedom to perfect the weight distribution. The battery pack is mounted low and centrally, just ahead of the rear axle, giving the car a near-perfect 47/53 front-to-rear balance. That's critical for handling. It means the car turns in with precision, rotates naturally through corners, and feels incredibly neutral at the limit. This isn't a heavy front-end EV like some others. It's balanced, lithe, and alive. The target audience: purists, drivers, enthusiasts who care more about feel than flash. This isn't a grand tourer for cross-country trips, though it's comfortable enough for them. It's for the weekend warrior who wants to carve canyon roads, the track day regular who craves precision, and the driver who wants the purest expression of sports car dynamics. It's not for families, not for hauling groceries. It's for driving. Now, let's step inside, because if the exterior is a love letter to Porsche's past, the interior is a bold step into its future. Cut to interior shot. Slow pan across the dashboard, then focus on the driver's seat as the camera slides in. Sliding into the cabin, the first thing you notice is how driver-focused it is. Everything is angled toward you. The steering wheel, a flat-bottomed heated GT Sport wheel, sits perfectly in your hands, thick-rimmed and wrapped in microsuede or optional leather. The pedals are perfectly aligned for heel and toe, even though there's no clutch, a nod to Porsche's racing heritage. And the seat. Low, supportive, and hugging you like a race bucket, yet comfortable enough for long drives. The materials. Impeccable. This is Porsche after all. You've got standard leather or Racetex upholstery, a durable, eco-conscious synthetic that feels like suede but ages beautifully. Real aluminum or carbon fiber trim on the dash and doors. Optional wood for a more classic feel, or full carbon for track mode. Every switch, every dial, every button clicks with that satisfying mechanical precision Porsche is famous for. No flimsy toggles. No creaks. Just rock-solid build quality that feels worth every penny. Now, look at the dash, because Porsche has struck a perfect balance between analog charm and digital innovation. Directly in front of you is a 10.9-inch curved digital instrument cluster, with 5 round dials, a direct homage to the classic 911 layout. The central tachometer is now a power meter, glowing blue when you're in efficiency mode, red when you're in Sport Plus. It's not just nostalgic, it's functional, giving you instant feedback on power delivery, regeneration, and range. To the right, a 12.3-inch central infotainment screen, responsive, bright, and running Porsche's latest PCM 7.0 software. It's not as flashy as some competitors, but it's intuitive, fast, and deeply integrated with the car systems. Climate controls. Physical dials below the screen, because when you're driving hard, you shouldn't have to swipe or tap. There are also shortcut buttons for sport, range, and charging modes, so you can switch driving characters in a heartbeat. And here's the genius part. The center console is minimal. No gear shifter. No parking brake lever. Instead, you've got a small toggle on the dash to select drive, neutral, or reverse. The rest is clean, open space, with a wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C ports, and a small storage bin. It's not huge, this is a 2-seater after all, but it's smartly laid out. Seating. Tight but perfect. The seats are 14-way power adjustable, with excellent lateral support. Legroom is generous for the class. Even taller drivers can get comfortable. Headroom is excellent, thanks to the fixed roof. And while there's no rear seat, there is storage. A 5.5 cubic foot front trunk under the hood, perfect for a weekend bag or a set of helmets. There's also a 2.3 cubic foot compartment behind the seats, ideal for a jacket or groceries. Total storage. 7.8 cubic feet. Not huge, but usable for a sports car. Now, let's talk tech, because while the Cayman EV is all about driving, it's not stuck in the past. Cut to close-up of the driver interacting with the infotainment system. Porsche has equipped the 718 Cayman EV with a comprehensive suite of driver assistance and connectivity features. But they're there when you want them, invisible when you don't. Starting with driver aids. Porsche InnoDrive combines adaptive cruise control with lane keeping assist and traffic sign recognition. It works brilliantly on highways, maintaining speed, distance, and lane position with smooth, natural inputs. But the beauty is you can turn it all off with a single button, because this is a car that rewards engagement, not automation. When you want to drive, you drive. No distractions. Connectivity. Full Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. Both wireless. Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi hotspot, over-the-air updates, all standard. Porsche has already rolled out several software updates since launch, improving everything from regenerative braking tuning to cabin preconditioning. You can update the car overnight, no dealership visit needed. Voice control. Hey Porsche wakes the system instantly. Hey Porsche, set climate to 72 and play my road trip playlist. Done. It understands natural speech, recognizes multiple profiles, and integrates with your calendar for route planning. It's not as flashy as some AI systems, but it's reliable and fast. And then there's the Porsche Connect app, your digital key and command center. Lock or unlock the car from your phone. Precondition the cabin before you get in. Check charging status. Activate the heated steering wheel remotely on a cold morning. You can even honk the horn or flash the lights if you're trying to find it in a parking garage. And with plug-in charge capability at compatible stations, you don't even need your phone. Just plug in, and the car handles billing automatically. Lighting. Full LED with optional Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus, which swivels the beams around corners for better visibility. Interior ambient lighting is available in 15 colors, with zones that can be customized, though many purists will leave it off, keeping the cabin focused and clean. And for track lovers, there's the Porsche Track Mode app, which records lap times, G-forces, and driving lines, then overlays them on a map for post-drive analysis. It even records video from the car's cameras, so you can review your performance. This isn't just a sports car, it's a performance tool. Now, let's get to the heart of it, performance. Because this is where the Cayman EV isn't just good, it's transcendent. Cut to footage of the car accelerating smoothly on a highway, then navigating twisty backroads. Under the skin, you've got a dual motor setup, one on each axle, delivering all-wheel drive with intelligent torque vectoring. Total output, 590 horsepower and 620 lb-ft of torque. That's more than a 911 Carrera S. And because it's electric, all of that torque is available instantly. No waiting for turbos to spool, no revving to redline. Just go. 0 to 60, 3.1 seconds. Quarter mile. 11.7 seconds at 119 miles per hour. Top speed. 177 miles per hour. Electronically limited to preserve battery and tire life. And the best part, it feels light. At 3,640 pounds, it's heavier than the old Cayman, yes. But Porsche has worked miracles with weight distribution and suspension tuning. The battery pack is low and central, the motor's compact, and the body stiffened to handle the extra mass. The result? A car that feels nimble, responsive, and incredibly balanced. The driving experience? Pure joy. In normal mode, it's smooth and refined, perfect for city driving or a relaxed cruise. The single pedal driving is adjustable, so you can choose how aggressively it regenerates when you lift off the throttle. Lift off completely, and you can come to a complete stop without touching the brake, a huge advantage in traffic. Switch to sport, and everything tightens up. The suspension firms, the steering gets heavier, the throttle response sharpens, and the artificial sound system, yes, there's one, kicks in. Porsche has developed a unique EV soundtrack that rises with speed, a blend of synthetic tones and subtle motor harmonics that enhance the experience without feeling fake. It's not a flat six, but it's engaging in its own way. Futuristic, immersive, and surprisingly emotional. Then there's Sport Plus, the track mode. The dampers go rock solid, the stability control loosens up, and the power delivery becomes razor sharp. The rear motor takes priority, giving you that classic Porsche rear drive feel, with just enough front motor intervention to keep you stable. And the brake-by-wire system? Paired with optional carbon ceramic discs, it delivers incredible stopping power with perfect pedal feel. something many EVs struggle with. On a winding road, the Cayman EV dances. The steering is communicative, loaded with feedback, telling you exactly what the front tires are doing. The chassis is neutral, rotating through corners with balance and poise. There's no body roll, no understeer, just precision. And because the instant torque is so predictable, you can fine-tune your line mid-corner with tiny throttle adjustments. It's not just fast, it's fun. The kind of car that makes you take the long way home. And in real-world conditions, it's surprisingly practical. In the city, it's quiet, easy to park, and effortless in traffic. On the highway, it's stable and composed, with excellent wind protection even with the top down. And while it's not an off-roader, the ride quality is supple enough to handle rough roads without crashing or jittering. This isn't a one-trick pony. It's a complete sports car. Now, let's talk about the battery, because for an EV, range and charging are everything. Cut to charging station footage. Cayman EV plugging in, screen showing charge progress. The 718 Cayman EV packs a 95 kWh lithium-ion battery pack. Smaller than some luxury EVs, but perfectly sized for its mission. Porsche prioritized weight, balance, and performance over brute capacity. And the result? An EPA estimated range of 295 miles. Enough for weekend getaways, daily commutes, and even some track time. Now, 295 miles might not sound like much compared to a Lucid or a Tesla, but context matters. This is a lightweight two-seat coupe, not a heavy sedan. And Porsche has optimized efficiency through aerodynamics, regenerative braking, and smart thermal management. In real-world mixed driving, we saw 275 miles, very close to the estimate. On the highway at 75 miles per hour, closer to 245, still respectable. But where the Cayman EV truly shines is charging. It uses an 800-volt architecture, the same as the Taycan, which enables blistering charge speeds. At a 270 kilowatts DC fast charger, you can go from 10% to 80% in just 22 minutes. We timed it. 10% to 80% in 21 minutes and 52 seconds. That's faster than most EVs, and it means you can charge during a coffee break and keep going. It supports CCS charging as standard, with a free adapter for Tesla's NACS network, meaning you can access over 15,000 Tesla superchargers across North America. And with Porsche's partnership with Electrify America, you get 30 minutes of free charging per session for the first 3 years. No range anxiety, just freedom. Now, let's be honest, no car is perfect. So let's break down the pros, the cons, and how it stacks up against the competition. 3 major pros. First, the driving experience. This is the most engaging, balanced, and fun-to-drive electric sports car on the market. Second, the design. Timeless, beautiful, and true to the Cayman legacy. Third, the charging speed. 10 to 80% in under 22 minutes is class-leading for its segment. Now, the cons. 1. The range. 295 miles is solid, but rivals like the Tesla Roadster, projected 620 miles, and even the upcoming BMW Z4 EV concept promise more. 2. Cargo space. With only 7.8 cubic feet total, it's tight for long trips. And while the build quality is excellent, the infotainment, while functional, isn't as flashy or intuitive as Tesla's or Lucid's. And the competition. The Tesla Roadster, when it finally arrives, will be quicker and have more range, but it's not out yet, and it's likely to be heavier and less balanced. The Audi e-tron GT is luxurious and fast, but it's a 4-seater coupe, not a pure 2-seater, and lacks the raw focus of the Cayman. The upcoming BMW Z4 EV will be interesting, but based on early reports, it may not match Porsche's handling or build quality. So where does the Cayman EV win? In driver engagement, balance, and pure analog feel, even as an EV. It beats the e-tron GT in handling. It outshines the Roadster in refinement, today, but it lacks the third pedal feel of a manual, and it's not as practical as a 4-seater. So, final verdict. The Porsche 718 Cayman EV isn't just a great electric sports car, it's a landmark achievement. It proves that an EV can be lightweight, balanced, and emotionally engaging, that the soul of driving isn't lost in the transition to electric. It's for the purist who wants precision and focus, for the driver who values feel over specs, for the enthusiast who believes the journey matters more than the destination. But is it for everyone? No. If you need range above 300 miles, if you carry passengers regularly, or if you're not ready to embrace a smaller, more focused car, this might not be your pick. But if you want the purest expression of electric driving joy, if you want a car that makes you feel alive, the Porsche 718 Cayman EV is as close as it gets. So, what do you think? Is this the future of sports cars? Would you trade engine noise for instant torque and razor-sharp handling? Or do you still need that flat six roar? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what car you want reviewed next.